Hi everyone, it's David here from WorkingMouse. Again, I am joined by the wonderful Jackie Jones. She is the CEO and founder of a company called Way We Do, a very successful software as a service company from Brisbane, Australia.
So Way We Do is a SaaS platform or a software as a service platform, and we help organisations centralise their policies, procedures and processes in the cloud for their team to use on a day-to-day basis. And so our objective is to help customers solve the problem of dusty documents by getting the team implementing and doing things according to their policies, procedures and processes. And so as we start to delve into Way We Do further, we realised that the problem was much bigger. And I mean, a lot of people may think that policies, procedures and processes, it may be a minor aspect of a business, but it is really what helps drive and scale a business in a repeatable way. So we're really uncovering this problem that nearly every organisation on the planet has. By the time we were ready to launch Way We Do, we had an initial, so we've got Way We Do, the web application, the product, and then we have a website, which is the marketing site. And so along with the product, we created the first version of the marketing site and we went live, and that was in February of 2013, and nothing. Crickets. And
Where are they?
Exactly. And so we thought, well, what's happening here? And so we realised that the usability wasn't fantastic. So we conducted some user testing. People just didn't really know how to navigate the site. And sometimes customers will ask for a feature and they go, oh, why don't you add this, why don't you add that? But you have to be careful not to add everything that people are asking for, because it may not be solving the problem that they're trying to solve. So it's actually taking a step back and understanding, well, why are they asking for this feature? How important is it to them? By implementing it, how are we solving that problem?
Exactly.
So the way that we have done that is based upon the number of people, so the quantity of customers asking for the same type of feature or function, and also sometimes from a strategic perspective.
Before we move on, I'd really love to find out how you got into the US.
I think from day one, I wanted us to be a global business, and my career up to that point, I have always worked for companies and even businesses that I used to run and own a web development agency. We always had customers globally. So from day one, we set out to be a global business. We did some pay-per-click advertising, just low-level pay-per-click advertising, so that generated some interest. There was also did a little bit of SEO on the site, so optimised the site to be found for the words that we wanted to be found for. And then the third aspect of us getting raising awareness of the Way We Do brand, there was lots of word of mouth. So we just treated every customer as gold, and we just provided them just top level service. We spent a lot of time with them, just made them feel really special.
Well done. So 7 years later, what would you have told yourself 7 years ago? Much for the advice of anyone listening at home as well, that's thinking about getting into custom software development and thinking about, I've got this problem that I want to solve through software in my business. What would you recommend? What are your learnings?
Getting the pricing model right, or testing your pricing model more earlier on. So like now, because we have so many more SaaS products available, I'm seeing products being sold for like $20, $30, $40, $50 per user per month. And those types of businesses where you're selling a product at a higher price point, you're going to get to your sales targets faster.
Especially on the per user pricing.
And it also means if someone's signing up to a product at that price point, they're more likely to commit to your product. So they're committed to solving a problem with you and the product that you're providing. The other item is time to value, so creating a product that anyone can just jump on and start using it immediately. So the faster the time to value is, the value just shoots right up. So, and I guess the other one is investability, so just understanding what investors are looking for. You don't have to go down the route of getting investors on board. You can bootstrap a business. So if you have the funding to do that, fantastic. Oh, and actually, the other thing that has come to mind is being really good, being exceptional at selling. So as a founder, particularly if you're a tech founder, you're not necessarily good at selling. And the thing is, you just have to get used to it. You've got to practice it, you've got to learn as much as you can about talking to customers and solving problems and feeling really comfortable in that environment. And that is selling. So selling is not necessarily putting the hard pressure or hustling people to buy from you. But if you're solving their problem and if you're comfortable talking to customers, that is selling.
Okay. So a couple of points there was decide if you're going to bootstrap or you're going to get investment early. Price yourself correctly. Value yourself in your pricing.
That's right.
And then ensure that your customers can get traction from the app as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. So pricing is commitment. Value is achieved as soon as possible. And the last point there was
selling.
Yeah, get out there and sell. Interact with the customers, and that's how you create advocates that'll be having coffee and drinks in LA talking about your product.
That's right. Because if you're not getting out of the building, your product's not being sold.
So.